Hey there. So, what is the role of technology in an arts organization? Well, when we met at orientation, I talked about the fact that whatever you do with technology, whatever your plans are with technology, you have to ask yourself one very direct question. How does this best serve the mission of your organization, right? And it doesn't matter if you're an orchestra or a ballet, a dance or theater company. We use technology to help deliver on our missions, and that's essentially what we do. That's who we are as an organization. We're using technology to leverage that to achieve the mission of the organization, right? Back in the 80s, back in the 90s, early 90s, the normal structure was for technology decisions to be based out of the IT department, and they were the deliverers of the technology, right? And they were hosted within finance departments because that's essentially what technology was. It was the result of financial transaction. They were accounting problems, they were financial problems, they were billing problems that they were solving, automated billing and all those things. Today, we know that it's just so different. Now you have technology departments being run by chief information officers or chief technology officers, and they're reporting directly to the CEO because the choices around technology have become that strategic and that important. And they're trying to balance out all the various priorities that you have as an institution, whether it be keeping the machine running or dealing with all the requests for enhancements that come from throughout an organization. And often what happens is that they run very small or understaffed departments. And it becomes difficult to balance and weigh all these different choices that they have. And what happens is they wind up turning inward and often saying no.
You know what I think we ought to do?
No. You know what we ought to do?
No.
You know what I think we should really do is...
No.
I'd like to suggest that...
No.
What I'd like to see is...
No.
What we ought to do is...
No.
And so that's not healthy for an organization. And frankly, no one wants to say no. I'm sure all the developers in the world would love to work on a new idea and work on a new concept, but they're buried dealing with the issues of today. And without really a process of prioritization, it's hard for them to gauge where they should be focusing their time because they have to get the things they have to get done normally on a day-to-day basis within their schedule, and then to add new things into the mix just makes life more complicated. So that is why we're talking about it now in the course, and that's why we're talking about prioritization at this stage. So when you look forward, and when we talk about new innovation, you can have that in context when you start dealing with those things in your own organizations.